Auf! 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 Die Hände hoch! Die Hände hoch! Hände hoch! Abnehmen! Abnehmen! Umdrehen, umdrehen. Gerade, gut.
There are more crowds here. We gotta get out of here. Come on, Lieutenant.
Combat. Starring Rick Jason. And Vic Morrow.
Rest a while. Oh, take it easy, sir. Sir?
Bacon, Gerald. 3234. What typo?
Corporal Gerald Bacon. Guess I owe you an explanation.
Yeah, I guess you do.
Thanks. Well, first, I guess you better explain how I got into this uniform.
It would help.
Well, do you know Colonel Johnson at Division?
Not personally, no.
I'm his driver. We were on our way to a big meeting of the brass at Melange. The crowds hit us.
He's dead?
No, sir. At least he was still alive when I left him. The colonel and I were captured. I got away.
Where's the colonel now?
At a house about 3 miles from here. He's deserted. The SS have been interrogating us since yesterday.
Did they work you over?
Nothing like what they're doing to the colonel. Guess they know he knows more than I do.
When did you get away?
Just a little while ago. The colonel passed out. They only left one Kraut in the room to keep an eye on us. I managed to get the drop on him and finished him with his own knife. Then I switched uniforms with him and put him in my bunk. And then I slipped out past the sentries.
Why didn't you take the colonel with you?
He got shot in the leg when we were captured. I couldn't move him by myself. Sir, you've got to help. We've got to get him out of there. Look at me. I'm shaking like a wet dog.
All right, settle down. Give me a chance to think this thing out.
Sir, if the colonel comes to, they're going to start beating the life out of him again. Oh, God help me for saying it, but I'm afraid he's going to spill the whole thing.
He's got that much to tell?
I told you. We were on our way to a meeting at La Braz. I don't know the details, but I know it's top-level stuff. The colonel's operations officer, he's right in the middle of it.
He probably discovered that the body in the bunk isn't yours by now.
Maybe not. They wouldn't go back in the house unless they heard the colonel. Do you think I did the right thing, sir?
Yeah, you did just fine.
Lieutenant, I'm just a driver. I've never been in action before.
Gonna be all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
All right, let's go see what we can do for your colonel.
I don't think we'll be able to get it running again.
Well, if we're gonna get your colonel behind the lines, we'll have to carry him.
Hallo da!
Get rid of the rifle. You're my prisoner.
Speaking of German?
A little.
Amerikanischer Offizier, ein Leutnant!
Hast du ihn gefangen genommen?
Da drüben.
Wo willst du ihn? Zum Hauptquartier?
Ja.
Wir hören dort nicht hier.
Hey, Kumpel, bist du von Hauptquartier? Kennst du meinen Bruder, Erich Obrecht?
Nein. Sie euch später. Vorwärts.
What did they want?
Said he had a brother in the SS. Wanted to know if I knew him.
Warte, hol den Wagen. Wo haben Sie? Wo nehmen dich mit?
Ein Mann einen amerikanischen Gefangenen hat. Verflixt zu laufen.
They're gonna give us a lift. They say Amanda Cash is an American prisoner. Shouldn't have to walk.
Bist du sicher, du kennst meinen Bruder nicht? Erich Obrecht. Leutnant Obrecht. Hier ist er. Vielleicht du hast ihn irgendwo gesehen? Jetzt erkennst du ihn. Der Führer hat das Ritterkreuz vergeben.
Ja, Gute Offizier.
Alles runter! Schnell, los! Runter! Wir beiden machen los!
What was the picture about? Oh, his brother again. Thinks I don't know him just because he's been decorated.
Wo war deine Ausbildung? In Stuttgart?
Ja.
Vielleicht hast du doch meinen Bruder gekannt. Nach seiner Auszeichnung, er war Ausbilder dort.
Albrecht! Helft uns!
Ja, ja.
His brother was an instructor in the base where I'm supposed to have trained. It's getting pretty deep. Got any ideas, Lieutenant?
Let's take a walk.
Hey, wo gehst du hin?
Vater! Wir sind gleich fertig!
Nein, danke! Wants us to wait till the truck's fixed.
Wiedersehen!
Ist etwas komisch mit den beiden.
Was meinst du?
Er trägt ein SS-Uniform, aber er weiß nicht viel davon.
Soldat! Einen Moment! Komm zurück! Moment!
Wants us to come back. Let's get out of here.
Bitte, Hans, billig! Hinterher, schnell!
Jawohl, Ende.
Are all the windows boarded up?
Yes, sir.
Is that the only door?
No, there's a rear door, but it's all blocked off with timbers.
How many sentries?
4. 2 on, 2 off. They take turns sleeping in that tent.
And nobody's interrogating the colonel now.
I guess not.
Well, it's a cinch they discovered that crowd shooting up in your bunk.
Well, maybe not. Maybe I haven't been in there since I left.
All right, we'll wait till dark.
Sir? 2 sentries are in the tent with the lieutenant. I think they're asleep.
We've been here 2 hours. The lieutenant hasn't gone near the house once.
Maybe the colonel's dead.
No. If he was dead, they still wouldn't be here. Now, we could probably get out the back door. But the only way we can get in is through the front door, right?
You have an idea?
Half an idea. When the sentry moves off to the right, near the tent, we'll try and slip in the front door. And once we're inside, we'll have to play it by ear.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
Let's go.
They have moved the body. Colonel Johnson. Sir. Colonel Johnson. It's me, Corporal Bacon.
What are you?
It's all right, sir. It's me, Jerry Bacon. This is Lieutenant Hamley. He's going to help us get you out of here.
You're a fool to come back, Jerry. You should have known better, Lieutenant.
How's our leg, Colonel?
Well, I'm not ready for any foot races.
Have they discovered the body yet?
No, I've been playing possum. I only checked a couple of times in the last few hours. I made believe I was out cold.
We're gonna get you out of here.
How?
The back door.
There's a sentry.
Maybe we could create a disturbance out there. Have the sentry come around and slip you out the back door. I can go out and create a ruckus. Oh, no, not in this uniform.
How about me? I can do it. No, you can hardly walk. You can prop me up. Come on. We're wasting time. Look, the minute the rear sentry comes around to see what's up, you two go to work on the back door. I'll bring you back inside. And you two duck out of sight. Then when they leave me, you grab me and we go. Come on, let's go.
Down the hall.
Franz, komm mal her!
Was ist los mit dem?
Der ist wieder ohnmächtig geworden.
Meinst du, dass wir Leute fragen sollen?
Nein, das ist nur ein Delirium.
What did they say?
We were going to call the lieutenant, but they decided the colonel's just delirious.
Komm, wir bringen ihn rein. Was ist passiert? Hört auf! Hört auf! Er ist genügt. Hey, Walter. Zurück zu den Lebenden. Es hat geklappt. Hier, du hast verdient.
Danke, die Krokusy. Schmeckt gut. We'd better rest, Lieutenant. Don't open up the colonel's wound again.
Quiet. Thought I heard a sound. Let's find a place to hide. Come on. All right. This'll do. Oh, you better look. Let me look at that thing, sir.
Oh, never mind that now.
No, it's bleeding again.
It's been bleeding. Come on, you better take off and keep an eye out. They might still be following us.
Yes, sir. Did a good job, Lieutenant.
Thank you, sir. We got lucky.
What is it?
Well, we've got a long way to go, sir, and I'm not sure exactly what direction to take.
If you tell me where you want to go, maybe I can help you.
Back to battalion.
Our introduction was rather hasty, Lieutenant. Which battalion?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. The 3rd.
I've been out of it for 2 days. Is their position the same?
Yes, sir, just north of Clary.
Oh, well then we're closer to the 1st Battalion.
Well, I don't know exactly where we are, sir, but I know we're nowhere near the 1st.
Well, I'm doing a lot for the war effort. Staff is meeting at Melange. I'm sitting here with my leg half off. I don't know what's going on.
Well, the 1st has shifted to a new position in the woods. You wouldn't be expected to know that.
Why should they do that? That doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to narrow down the front.
With no reserve unit?
No, the 2nd's in reserve at Marne.
Oh, yeah, sure, that's right. Yeah, well, that does make sense. Lieutenant, you familiar with the new rocket launcher?
Oh, yes, sir. We just got our first ones last week.
Yeah, I think I saw one, too.
I don't understand.
Well, we were being brought in after we were captured, and we passed some Kraut gun emplacements, and I think they were using the new launcher.
Well, they must have captured them right after we started using them in this sector.
Yeah, that's what I figured, too. If it was the launcher.
You're not sure?
Well, I'd never seen one fired before. What exactly do they look like?
Well, they look like a stovepipe about 5.5 feet long. When they're fired, flame comes out of both ends.
Yeah, that's it, all right. I wonder if the Krauts can adapt their armament to fit it.
I hope not. I'd hate to be on the receiving end of one of those things.
Pretty effective, huh?
Plenty effective.
I guess I'll be sending up more of them.
Maybe.
Sir! They're still following us, sir.
How many?
I can't tell.
What direction are they moving in?
From over there. We better get going the other direction, back to the road.
Long way home.
We have no choice. Come on.
Just a little further. I'll lay back, see if they're still following us.
Right.
Was macht ihr hier?
Wir sind doch vertreu. Was machen Sie denn hier alleine?
Hm? Ich spiele ein Spiel.
Was für ein Spiel?
Es ist geheim.
Geheim.
Hast du Feuer? Danke.
Bitte, bitte. Wiederschauen.
Wiedersehen.
You hear anything, sir?
No.
I think we lost him.
You said it before. We got a long way to go.
We'll make it.
We might. But I reached a decision, Lieutenant. I'm going to try to continue on to that meeting at Melange.
Well, that's impossible. You can't make it, and I've got to get back to my unit.
I understand your position, Lieutenant. I'm not ordering you to come with me.
Well, you can't make it without me.
can try.
Is that your final decision, sir?
Yes, it is. See, I think maybe I can do some good, after all. What I've seen of the crowd activity in the last couple of days, I think I have a pretty good idea of what's going on in this sector. I think maybe I can come up with some answers and tie up a few loose ends.
But you've been out of it more than 48 hours. Maybe the plan has been changed.
I'll make the plans fit the situation.
If you get to Melange.
Lieutenant, this sector has been ready to explode for the last 3 days. Besides what you've told me, I also have access to some privileged information. I think it's worth the risk. You still got the lieutenant's field map?
Yes, sir.
Let's have it. Now, let me get this straight, Lieutenant. As you've explained it to me, these are our battalion positions, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, how much tank support does your battalion have?
I'm not sure, sir.
Make an estimate.
Battalion usually carries a company of tanks.
Tank destroyers?
Well, everybody knows that we haven't used any tank destroyers for over 2 weeks.
Oh, that's right. I guess I'm not functioning 100% yet. Are we still using the same supply route?
I would assume so.
And they were right about... Let's see, I can't see too well in this dark. There must have been... Oh, help me, Lieutenant, huh?
Here, sir.
Yeah, that's it. What else, Lieutenant?
Sir?
What else can you tell me?
Well, that's about it, sir.
Think hard. What you tell me here, now, may prove invaluable when I get to that meeting in Melange.
Well, sir, I guess that's about all.
Ich glaube, wir brauchen den Leutnant nicht mehr. Very helpful, Lieutenant. We know the position of your battalions and your armament.
I didn't give you anything.
Yes, you have. Not directly. And by either agreeing or disagreeing with what I said. We not only know your strength, we also know the road that you use to bring up your supplies and replacements. Yes, you've been very helpful.
I haven't given you a thing. I was on to you the moment you started asking me questions.
Of course, all the information you gave me was false, huh?
That's right.
You must think I'm a fool. If the information were false, you would never have said a word. Let me go on believing it.
Unless I was going to be taking you prisoner. I don't relish being blown up with you and your men.
You're bluffing, Lieutenant.
You willing to risk a few thousand German lives? Yours included, to find out? Take a tip, Colonel. From what I've seen of your strength in this sector, you'd be a hero if you get your men to pull out now.
Glauben Sie, hatte uns durchschaut?
Ich gehe zum Hauptquartier. Sie sagen den Leutnant, Sie bringen ihn ins Gefangenenlager. Lassen Sie ihn kommen. Falls mir folgt, wissen wir, seine Information richtig war. Gut. Jerry will take you back to a prisoner of war collection point. I must hurry back to my headquarters to report to them the details of your indiscretion.
I'm telling you, I lied.
Of course.
You gonna let him go? You're gonna look pretty stupid when it blows up in your faces.
Lieutenant, I had to kill one of my own men when we first met, you remember? You had to be convinced. You think I'd throw that all away by believing you now?
Suit yourself.
You're just trying to cover up your own mistake.
You're sure of that?
I will be very soon. Now march. That way.
When the colonel get those uniforms, dog tags.
They're genuine. Colonel Johnson and Corporal Gerald Bacon were in that Jeep we saw. Before they died, we learned that they were on their way to a meeting at Milan. That's where we got the idea.
Truck ride, was that planned too?
No, it wasn't part of the plan. But pretending not to know anything about my own unit, I made that private very suspicious.
You knew if I told the truth, I'd be back to get you. That's why you let me escape. All right, give me the map. Give me the map.
You must admit, Lieutenant, it was an ingenious plan.
Who are you? Lieutenant Hanley, 361st.
You wounded?
Yeah, I need a lift.
Okay, sir, get in. What were you doing out there alone, Lieutenant?
Got separated from my men. What outfit you with?
Same as yours, 361st.
Who's your commanding officer?
I just told you, sir, same as yours.
I said, who's your commanding officer?
Colonel Dale.
What's he look like?
Huh?
What's he look like?
Well, he's tall, dark hair, skinny face.
Who's his exec?
Major Barnes.
What's he look like?
Kind of fat, chubby cheeks.
Who rode Stardust?
Hoagie Carmichael. Say, what is this, 20 questions?
All right, forget it. Let's go home.
You sure cautious, Lieutenant. Do I look like a kraut?
It could happen, Corporal. It could happen.
Sign of life. I don't see a thing either.
So anyway, there I am, without a gun, And this Crouch got a Schmeiser pointed right at me. I see his trigger finger stiffen. I say to myself, Kovac, boy, you better pray. I mean, if you ever prayed before, pray he doesn't pull that trigger. Well, what happened? He pulled the trigger. It was terrible. It took me 4 hours to die. You crazy nut.
All right, knock it off.
Yeah. Sorry, Sergeant.
Town up ahead looks deserted, but maybe it's not. So from now on, Kovac, keep your mind on your business.
Strictly business, Sergeant.
Cage, radio. Checkmate, King 2. This is Wyberg, over.
This is King 2. Have you reached phase line green, over? Roger. King 2 out. That was Saunders, sir. He says the town looks deserted, but they're going in to check it out.
Mac, I didn't know Private Kovac was married.
I don't know, sir.
Captain Jampo, please. Lieutenant Hanley calling.
Jampo speaking.
Sir, I've got a letter from Clark General Hospital in Detroit. I don't know if it's a gag or on the level. You got time to listen to it?
Go ahead.
Concerns one of my men, Private Stephen Kovac. Here it is. Dear sir, I am a friend of Helen Kovac. She and me are patients in the same ward, and she's dying. Her husband, Steve Kovac, is one of your soldiers. He don't know me, so I'd like you to break the news to him, then send him home right away. You better hurry. His wife ain't going to live long. Faithfully, Mrs. Pearl Wilson.
Yeah, it's rough. Listen, I'll have the Red Cross verified. If it's on the level by Kovac, I'll read an emergency leave. Lieutenant, be prepared to execute Plan A.
Yes, sir.
A lousy break. Always happens to the nice guys.
I've got a meeting over at Battalion. Tell the squad leaders to double up in the basic ammo loads. Extra grenades for each man. Tell Doc to double up in his medical supplies.
Yes, sir. Sir, I just remembered. Kovacs is on that patrol with Saunders. I thought maybe he'd like to have me radio and call him back, sir.
No, they're due back at 1700 hours. No reason to have him stew unnecessarily. We'll see how the Red Cross checks it out. If it's on the level, I'll tell him.
Americana.
Ja, Amerikaner. Ja, eine schnelle Erledigen, ne?
Ich sag dem Feldwebel, dass die hier sind. Ja?
Jawohl.
Combat. Starring Rick Jason. And Vic Morrow. Brad Everett.
Let me fix that for you, Lieutenant. Thanks, Steve.
Any crowds in this town, they're probably up high spotting, so keep your eyes open. Remember, we're here to get information, not to fight.
Oh, nurse.
Smitty said you had a message for me.
Oh, yeah, the lieutenant wants you to lay in a double basic load of supplies.
Double?
Yeah, it looks like there's a big push coming up.
Boy, it must be a doozy. And what's this about Kovac's wife? Smitty says she's dying.
That's right. Steve doesn't even know yet. Hanley wouldn't let me radio to get him into a patrol.
Well, maybe he had his reasons. I better go get those supplies.
Very nice. Mind if I try one?
I'll be okay. Hey, Kirby, keep an eye out there, will you? Yeah, she's looks like they're OP. Check it out, huh?
It's a bad one.
Try to get the radio off. See if we can raise Hanley. Tell him what happened. See if we can have some medics meet us on our way back.
Oh, this thing's kaput, Sarge. It's clean.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Gary coming down the street.
Guards are coming back in here. This must be the headquarters. Cage is the way out and back.
Oh, this one's blocked by rubble, but this one leads down to a cellar. It's good cover down there.
All right, let's go.
Erdbebel. Suchen.
Jawohl.
Aussteigen! Aussteigen!
Was ist denn hier? Die Amerikaner sind schon hier gewesen. Feldwebel, suchen Sie nach, ob sie noch ins Ort versteckt sind.
Jawohl, Herr Hartmann.
Saunders back yet?
No, sir.
Did he call in?
No, sir. Captain Jampo called, sir. He said to give you a message. That letter about Kovac's wife, it's on the level. She's gonna die.
Try to raise Saunders.
I already tried, sir. After Captain Jampo called, but their radio must be on their fritz or else.
Try again.
Yes, sir. White Rook, this is Checkmate King 2, over. White Rook, this is King 2, over. White Rook, this is Checkmate King 2, over.
Keep trying.
Yes, sir. White Rook, this is Checkmate King 2, over.
This is the only way out.
Try to keep him quiet. They'll probably be coming down here to flush this place out. So you pick out a place for cover. Try to keep him quiet.
Sucht alle Häuser! Einrücken! Vorwärts! Sucht alle Häuser! Mach schnell! Einrücken! Ja! Hier, Bergstraße!
does pretty good, little John.
Sarge, what happens if those crops up there don't pull out?
Stay put till they do.
Well, they could be up there for days.
So we'll stay put for days.
Hello, second platoon. Yes, sir, he's right here, sir. Captain Jample, sir.
Lieutenant Hanley.
Lieutenant, we execute Plan A.
Yes, sir.
I'm asking Williams and Coates to meet me at your place for a briefing as we discussed.
Roger, sir.
I came to report, sir. You know that new replacement, a kid named Roberts? I had to take him back to Battalion 8. He had appendicitis.
Lucky kid. We push off on the big attack at 0400 tomorrow morning. Mac, alert the squad leaders. Captain Jample is holding a briefing session for the platoon leaders here just before the attack. I'll fill the squad leaders in later. Tell them to get that into second early. It's going to be rough tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, is there any further word on Kovac's wife?
She's dying and waiting for her husband. He's been missing in action for 2 days.
Those dirty, stinking crowds. I'll get them. I'll get them. Oh.
Easy. Try to keep him quiet. It's been 2 days, Sarge. No let up in the pain, no morphine, and now we're out of sulfur.
I know, but if he keeps up like that, they're gonna hear him upstairs.
We gotta do something, Sarge. We can't stay here forever.
There's only one way out. The crowds have got it blocked. Little John. Little John, try to keep quiet, huh? I'm sorry, Sarge. It's just that I know.
Hey, little John. You remember that, that little redhead I was telling you about? The one with the big, blue eyes? You know what I'm gonna do when we get stateside? I'm gonna fix you up with her. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. She's gonna go for you in a great big way. She's got to. You're a big guy, aren't you?
You mean the girl in Miami?
Ah, the St. Louis babe. Out of Miami's a drag. All she likes to do is sit home and listen to the radio.
No good, huh?
Not for me, Sarge. I'm a real hotshot. But the St. Louis woman, she's a real deluxe model. Know what I mean? 8-cylinder and good in every gear. You give her a hot band and a dance floor and she'll shag all night long.
Yep. I don't dance. I always freeze up.
I wouldn't worry about that, pal. I think she'll defrost you.
You crazy nut.
There's this babe in L.A., an animal trainer. Really wild. First time I saw her, she's wrestling this boa constrictor. She wears a dress with a neckline clear down to the floor.
And we don't stop till we reach the river. Now, we'll be here in the center. Fox Company on the left, Charlie Company on the right. Now, you can bet the Germans are going to fight for every inch of land. They know we've knocked out their bridges, so all they can rely on to get across the river are pontoons. Of course, it's our job to make sure they do not get across that river.
Where do you want me, sir?
You'll be on the left, Coates, up through the town of St. Martin. You'll be on the right, Hanley, up through this valley. Ferber's weapons platoon will be in general support with Williams in reserve. Now, if you need me, I'll be with Williams during the initial stage. I have 0135. 10 minutes from now, the bombers are due. At 0200, our H&I fire starts. 2 hours after that is H hour. At H hour minus 30 minutes, the artillery preparation starts. Good luck.
Sir, would it make any difference if Coates and I switch positions in the push?
You want to go through St. Martin?
Oh, yes, sir. That is, if it's all right with Coates.
Be my guest.
figure it's going to be real rough going through that town.
All right, Hanley, as you wish. Thank you, gentlemen. That patrol with Kovac in it, it was on its way to San Martin before it became missing in action, is that right?
Yes, sir.
Lieutenant, the fact that a woman is dying back in the States and her husband is missing in action is rough. But this war is rough on a lot of people, and no matter who gets hurt, the war goes on.
Yes, sir, but it was my decision not to bring Kovac back from that patrol.
Yes, and in my book, it was the right decision. But just remember this, you are a lieutenant in the United States Army. You're not God, nobody expects you to be.
Should have had more replacements. No, I understand, of course, sir, but...
Saunders squad, they made it, Lieutenant.
Captain, Saunders squad just got back. I'll call you in a few minutes.
Guess we're late.
What happened?
We're outside a spin down in a cellar. We couldn't get out till our barrage started.
Everything all right?
Everything except little Johnny got purple hot in the shoulder. Doc met us on the way back and took him to Battalion 8.
Well, I figured, Lieutenant, the Army owes us about 9 hot meals. What's the matter? I say something wrong?
You better read this, Kovac. You get shaved and cleaned up. Mike will drive you back to battalion. Your emergency leave is waiting there. They'll fly you back to the States. We got word his wife is dying. Well, as you can probably tell from the planes and barrage, a general attack is being mounted. 0400. Better get some rest tonight. Yes.
Captain Jennifer, sir. On the phone.
Lieutenant Hanley.
About Kovac.
Yes, sir. I can have him back to battalion in about half an hour. Can you reinstate his air transportation to the States?
Lieutenant, I just received a wire from the Red Cross. Kovac's wife has passed away. His leave's been canceled.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, Steve and Todd. Oh, you needed to go home with.
Thanks, Mike.
Steve, you want a little shot?
Well, thanks, Kirby. I don't much feel like it now.
Did your wife mention that she was sick?
We were separated.
Might want some later. I'll leave it to you.
Thanks.
We sure sweated you guys out for almost 3 days. The lieutenant and me was afraid you'd all gotten it.
Well, it's too bad that letter didn't get here before we left.
Yeah, come a half hour after. I wanted Hanley to let me radio and call you back, but he decided against it.
All right, that's your work. Go back. I've got some bad news for you. Just got word from the Red Cross. Your wife died. I know there's nothing anybody can say that's going to help much at a time like this, but if there's anything I can do...
No, sir.
Well, since your leave's been canceled, I'm sending you back to battalion rear. Mike will give you a lift.
Yes, sir.
Saunders, move out in 3 minutes. Saddle him up.
Lieutenant. That, letter from the woman in the hospital. When did it come?
About half an hour after you left on patrol that day.
Half hour? We weren't even in San Martin yet. I could have been back in the States by now. Why didn't you radio me, sir? Why don't you call me back from that patrol?
Go back, I considered it. And I decided to save you the anxiety until the Red Cross confirmed the letter. Time to move out. Saddle up.
Anxiety. You hear that? Doesn't want me to have anxiety. My wife is dying, and he decides not to tell me because I might have anxiety.
All right, Kovac, get ready, huh?
Why, Sarge? I can't even go to the funeral. What is this guy? Who gives him the right to say when an enlisted man will be told his personal business?
All right, take it easy. Lieutenant Hanley thought he was doing the right thing.
Yeah, he thought, huh? And what he thinks goes. Those bars on his collar give him the right of life and death over guys like me? Well, that may be all right for some guys, Sarge, but not for me.
Knock it off, Kovac. You're ordered to battalion rear.
Sure, Kovac. Go to battalion rear. Wait for a transfer. Having you here reminds the lieutenant of what he'd like to forget.
Come on, let's move out. Set it. Yes, sir. Well, Lieutenant, I've been thinking about Kovac. What about him? Well, he's pretty well had it. Yeah. Might be better have him transferred to another outfit.
And hand my problem over to another platoon leader? No, he stays. Okay, Sergeant.
Steve, I'll take you back. What you doing, Steve? You don't need to put on your gear to go back to battalion. Come on, come on. Hey, where you going?
Follow my lieutenant into battle. What do you think? Company.
I don't know. Everyone's that way, pushing for the river.
Where's Hanley? I gotta find him.
I don't know him, pal.
Where's 361st, huh? King Company.
I can help you, buddy. Come on.
Glad to see you.
You're late.
I was just going back for some help. It's Hanley.
Hanley, what about? Where is he?
Well, he's trapped back there.
Trapped?
Yeah. Hey, we got separated from the platoon. It's just Hanley and Sergeant, me, and...
What do you mean trapped? What happened to Hanley?
There's a bunch of Krauts dug in real good up there on the hill. I had 2 machine guns. I didn't even see them until I got hit. And then Hanley came out to help me while Sarge gave us cover. I made it back, but Hanley didn't. He's still out there now, wounded. In a shell hole. I don't think he's got much of a chance to get back.
He's gonna die.
I'm sure he's gonna die if Sarge don't get some help. I couldn't fire, so I gave him my BAR and I come running back here for help. Hey, look, Steve. Give him a hand back there, huh? Help us, Steve. I need you.
Sure, Cub, sure. I wouldn't want to be away from old Hanley at a time like this now, would I?
What are you doing here?
Kirby said Hanley was trapped. Well, I'll be. Kirby was right. He can't get out of there, can he? As soon as you run out of ammo, those Krauts will come down and give him the works.
Listen, Kovac, those Krauts think I'm here alone. They think I'm here alone, you're gonna keep them thinking that. Every time they fire, you fire back. I'll go around, try to flank them. Maybe I can surprise them with a couple grenades, okay?
Sure, Sarge. You do whatever you like.
You do as I say.
Why should I? You can't change the way I feel, man. I hate his guts.
You hate him or do you hate yourself?
What's that supposed to mean?
You said you were separated. What did you do, walk out on your wife?
That's my business.
What was wrong with her? She sit around, listen to the radio? She get in the way of all those girls you're running around with?
Are you listening?
No, you listen. You feel guilty because you let your wife down. You think this would be any easier if you do the same thing to him?
Now you get this. Every time those Krauts fire, you fire back with this. You got it?
Here's another one. Those are all the answers.
Zeig ihm, was eine Gute kostet. Krieg der Leutnant. Und passen Sie auf. Ah, schnell!
Sure, I'm glad you're here.
Yes, sir.
You all right? Yeah, I will be. As soon as I get these slugs out.
Here comes Doc.
I ran into Kirby back there.
Think you can make it?
I think so. But I better get him back. Leonard!
I gotta tell him.
You can tell him later.
You think he'll understand?
Come on, let's go. We got a job to finish.